guys, the day has come. We're going to install the Type S LED Pro Spec kit. Let's get to it. Let's install this thing. All right, so what we got here is the Pro Series LED kit. The boxing is amazing. I'm sure you've seen it. Everything is super well put together. It's got its own cables that plug right into these strips here, and I believe there's one more tray which is for, let's see, there we go. So we got all our LEDs. These two are for the side of the car. It even shows you that these strips are for the side, and then these are for the front and rear, and then you got your third brake light in here as well. It's got very easy instructions here how to do it. Very, very simple. So got some acetone laying around. I'm gonna clean underneath where it's gonna mount. I think the best plan of attack is to mount one side at a time, prep it, clean it, you know, get the primer ready, and then stick it. So I cleaned it real good along this line. That's where I'm gonna mount it. I'm gonna do one last swipe with the alcohol swab to get it clean. Look at those pinch welds. Disgusting. Hey, am I your chair now? All right, let's do this. Now I'm gonna give that about 5 minutes to dry. While I give that time to dry, I'm gonna go clean the other side off and prep it. Now I'm gonna add the primer, which should be pretty simple. Looks like it's just a wipe too. Just one wipe. Now we gotta let that dry. Well, I installed the other side. I forgot to record it. So we're gonna be on this side now. I'm gonna install the strip. It went super smoothly on that side, so it's probably not gonna go smooth on this side. But basically, what I do is I peel just like 4 inches here, and then I'll stick it on. I'm actually gonna start on the wire side. That way I move it as close as I can where it can still hide. And then you'll see me, I'm gonna pull it back slowly and press down. This is kind of the same thing for de-ice boots on airplanes. So I do that way more often than I'd like to admit. Okay, this ready. Oh, get out of my face. All right, so that's stuck. Now I'm gonna pull this out slowly and just press this up as it comes up. Try not to get this caught when you're pressing up, because then you'd be in some trouble there. All right, all done. And if you guys want to see it, all the way up, bloop. I don't like, it's too long, so it mounts to the fender, which I don't like. And then all the way back there. I think maybe on the body here, it would have been nicer because you could have just ramped up towards the rear or the front. All right, so the sides are done. I'm gonna mount the front and the rear, and then we will do the wiring all at once just to keep it all in one motion, you know. Here is my setup. This is the trunk where my circuit breaker is. I got them mounted on the vehicle side of the circuit breaker, so if I turn it off, there's no power going to them at all. There they are. Mounted in the trunk, and then I use the grommet down here to go through. It was an afterthought. Maybe I should have mounted them somewhere on the side here, so if I do put anything back here, but having a trailer, I shouldn't have to use the trunk. So we'll start from the rear. So I just mounted it right there on the gas tank. I cleaned it up really good. As you can see, it's gunky. Excuse me, sir. You too, lady. So yeah, and then you can see the wires that are going over it, but it doesn't cause any issues. And then, oh, hello. I did it right here on the pinch welds, and it lights up really well. I made sure, because I have side skirts that I'm gonna put on, I made sure the side skirts wouldn't cover it. And I did the same. Oh my gosh, these dogs. Y'all having a little meeting or what? Come on, leave me alone. I did the same for the left side, and then For the front, I just mounted it to the intercooler since that's the only thing that'll stay. Excuse me. Alright, so up front I just mounted it to stop! Up front I just mounted it to the intercooler because that should stay on the car. The bumper could come off at some point and there's nowhere else to really mount it under here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the car down and that way I can show you guys. Alright, install was super easy. I'll show you, run through a couple things, settings that they have. One thing I like about this set, it uses like a smart hub technology, and if your battery drops below 12 volts, they'll turn off on their own. You can turn it back on and they'll stay on and they won't shut off if the voltage gets low. But initially, when you start your car, your voltage goes above 12 and it'll slowly drop. Basically, that way you can turn them on. Let's say you're at a car show, you turn them on and you walk around looking at other cars. You don't have to worry about your battery dying while it's at the show or car meet, whatever you're doing. So I'll run through a couple settings you guys can see. I hope you liked the B-roll that we did. This will be at the end of the video. Thanks for staying this long. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna show you some things. I'm gonna run through it. I'm still getting familiar with it. There's so many different settings you can do with it. All right, so now you just go to your app, hit your Pro series or whatever series you have, and your master, it automatically goes on to what I had last. You can set a whole bunch of different presets. This is my Christmas setup. Actually, what I want to do is I want to slow down the speed on the blinking. So we're going to slow it down. Right now it's only controlling 3. So you can control, I don't know if you see, I have 3 lights. You can do up to 4. Well, I'm going to hold this one and I'll select multiple and I'll have all of them selected. So now I can keep them all the same. And we're going to slow them all down. And I like that a little bit better. That way it's not, I know some people have problems with flashing lights. Sorry for that, guys. So I like that one, and I'm gonna go ahead and save that. Save it with the same name. It'll overwrite, yes. Boom, there we go. Now I like my green. I don't know why my green is set that way. So I'm gonna change that one. That one's pretty cool. That's got the green and orange. So I'm gonna select multiple, select all of them, confirm. I'm gonna change them all to the green that I like. All right, I'll change it to, let's just do this darker blue. That one looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna select that one, and then you can change your brightness here. Change it, let's see, go all the way black. Let's just have it pretty low so you guys can see. If I have it too bright, I think that messes it up for the camera. And then you have your scan here, and this is just a bunch of, that's pretty cool, right? It's just a bunch of different presets, and it changes color with whatever color you want. You change it to that color, and then you go through these presets. There are a couple that are automatically set to a certain color, like this rainbow one I really like. That one's super cool. Block prism's cool. All right, guys, thank you for watching. We just brought it in, so now it's leaking dirty water everywhere. But thanks for watching. Got my Christmas attire. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.